I went to bed after I get home from work at 8 p.m. and I woke up at 1 a.m. So now I have a lot of time to play Dune, like it or not. Anyway, I'm fourth position, spy satellites, mimicorders, very important technologies. And there is a Reverend Mother and a Truthsayer. Probably the play here is Armand. Have I uploaded too much Armand? I think I have. Helena's good, but not great. The three leaders I want to play, Paul, Helena, Armand, all a little bit incestuous here, to be honest. There's no one particularly crazy. We could play Memnon and buy the Mimicorders, but in fourth position, it doesn't really give us a lot to do with them. Could just play Leto. I don't know that I've had a good Leto game in a while. Just kind of back to basics, right? Let's do some Leto. Armand is the correct pick. He's the one that my heart's on. But I've played so much Armand recently. I have so many Armand videos on my channel. I am going to do something different. And if you guys are of the opinion that, you know, that's the best content and you want to see more of it and not less, let me know. But Leto is what I'm doing, because as much as I do love Armand, and I could play Armand all day, you know, I am also somebody who enjoys variety. So I feel like that does a reasonably good job of explaining things. So all the deck builders, so the Paul, the Armand, and the Helena got picked. It doesn't surprise me. They're the most fun leaders in this configuration, I think. So they're all going to be squabbling over the cards. I'm going to be racing factions, doing something a little different. That's the goal anyway. With this combat, Hardy Warriors looks like it could be valid. Wealth Mintat is my preferred initial orientation here. We're fourth anyway, so the best card will get picked from the row. The row will churn a lot, especially with Armand and Helena in the game. So we are just going to wait and see. We have two convincings. Those are good as long as something decent is in the row. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. The other reason why I think we want a Wealth Mentat here is that this hand is not that good. You know, we can't really play Dagger Seek Allies. Like, it doesn't, like, like Wealth Mentat is the only way that we can even play our hand, actually. Like, it's really the only option. That wasn't true before Lemon Tea went to tech negotiation, but it is now. And for this combat, I think it will be useful to know the final deployments before we decide whether or not we want to commit to it. It's looking like it's going to be a pretty contested combat. I guess there is an argument that we could have bought a Dreadnought round one. Maybe that would be kind of the fun thing to do. I've always wanted to try that. Like, you know, 2 dreads and 2 rounds kind of thing. It's a cool idea. But too late now. There's going to be a good card for me no matter what. Probably Smuggler's Thopter, which is kind of just perfect for this leader. So let's do this. Go up on Guild. We have a Dagger, so it wouldn't be a terrible idea to deploy. And we're also Leto, so we have a use for the Spice. But we're not winning the combat. We're probably not even getting second. So let's just put 1 troop in. In my video where I talked about the best, most indicative card for each leader, I mentioned Smuggler's Thopter for Leto. So this is a good start. And because we went Wealth Mintat, we are going to... Sorry, my brain is like slow right now. Because we went Wealth Mintat, we're going to be able to draw into it, which is what happens. If Helena, which I don't think she will, if she doesn't go Fold Space, we get it round 1, actually. Yeah, that's awesome. We have no green, so we can't take the importers, but that's okay. No! Okay. Well, I guess we have to smuggle. Helena just kind of blocking us. We'd like to go to tech negotiation and buy those mimicorders, but we can't do that. We have no green. All of our green got shuffled back. Pretty awkward. And we can't go Mentat either because we have no green. So, might want to pick up a liaison or two here. We'll play a diplomacy. I wonder if it's worth it to go to selective. Oh, that's why she went full space. I wonder if it's worth it to go selective. That puts us so further away from... Helena's in front of us on gills. It puts us further away from the mimicorders. Like, we're not going to be able to buy it next round. It gives us a lot of persuasion. We probably get a Worm Riders. Depends on if we get the convincing or not. We'd be at 3. One convincing would take us to 5. So a convincing plus signet ring would do it, but we kind of don't want to draw the signet ring. Alternative is secrets, which is okay. The advantage of selective is that we would improve the deck going forward. We draw the Smuggler Thopter more often. We draw diplomacy more often. Let's do that. We do get the 6, so that's nice. And we'll get one of our spice back from the Thopter, so we'll still have access to the... kind of a bad hand for next round, but we'll still have access to the Worm Riders if we want them. Or to the Mimicorders, I mean, but that's gone. Tough crowd. We have no influence with Fremen as part of the problem. But the card gives us 2 spice on play, so, like, it's kind of just good. Definitely glad I trashed a Dune, because we picked up 2 yellow cards. Kind of a coup for Armand there. Did he get the Truthsayer too? He has Protectiva. Who got the Truthsayer? I could have swore there was a Truthsayer in the row. Well, let's do this, I suppose. Helena's gonna beat us to it, though, but it is what it is. We can Mentat, it's not the end of the world. Is it worth it? I mean, we're gonna get Swordmaster next round, right? So, we might as well advance. Really unfortunate if someone took Mentat from us. Because these cards are all good, except for Reconnaissance, but... Leto is not a Spy Satellites leader. I mean, yes, you can use Ring to chase 2 factions aggressively. It's still not a good tech for him. Then again, we don't want anyone else to have it. Would be a possible strategy. Early plays the Reverend Mother is interesting. I would not have done that. Smuggler's Thopter. Cool. If Helena doesn't have yellow, we can take that to Interstellar. She probably does. Just 4 cards in hand. We might not be able to play it, actually, if she does go Interstellar. She goes Arakeen. Interesting. It makes sense. The combat is pretty useful. Bankers. Let's do this. So we get attack, potentially. But without taking spice, we can't. So no, it's draw cards. Worm Riders is kind of useless here, so that was unfortunate. Let's go down and up. Advance. Take our Solari. We'll have Swordmaster next round. Take our troops. Take Fremen because we have Worm Riders. Ouch. Wow, that's a bad... That is a lucky 2-card combination for him. Oh my god. Wow. More BG for Armand. I would like a G manipulation, please. Or at least if you don't draw the... If you don't give me the G manipulation, please flip a Kynes. Yep. Yep. Okay. We don't draw yellow, which is a little bit weird. So what do we do? We could Mentat. Armand has 8, so no, we need to go ahead and hit Swordmaster. How did we not draw yellow in this deck? I mean, look at this. Yellow, 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 yellow. It's a bummer. I actually kind of wanted Arakeen. Shia-Lud looks like it might be off the table. Let's hit Mentat. Trash the dagger. Okay. What comes around goes around. They say that, don't they? I really wanted that, Still Suits. So secrets or fold space? Secrets is probably better at helping us win the combat. Second wave. Okay, yeah, that's gonna help us win Carthag. He already has the In the Shadows. Oh my god. Leto is one of the few leaders that could actually chase him on that too. We really, one of the reasons I went to Swordmaster, we really want to deny Armand Swordmaster because besides the fact that he's Armand, yeah, he has, look at this, he has Initiate, Reverend Mother, Truesayer, and Protectiva. He's gonna get his combos off eventually. Let's go Carthag here. Staged Incident, I like it. If she doesn't have a dagger in hand, we can win without playing the second wave. We have some good cards, but we need persuasion and we need green. So let's do the math here. If we second wave, we get 2 daggers, we go to 9. We put 2 troops in. That takes us to 9 plus 4 is 13. If we go down 3, we go down 6. Which takes us from 13 back down to 7 again, right? So we want to win the combat and also stage an incident. Pretty cute. Why, hello, Mr. Delegate. It's good to see you here. Paul should probably consider spy satellites. I don't know, though, because he has a bump on every faction, so it's not going to help him that much. Murky. Okay, wind traps. We don't need to rush this. This can be done whenever, pretty much. So maybe first action is Thopter. We have no water, so we take Thopter to Imperial Basin. Or we could Mentat, but if we Mentat, we don't have the spice. So I think it is Thopter to Imperial Basin. Yeah, we give Armand spice, and yeah, that's not good, but whatever. He actually hasn't done a whole lot of trashing. He's trashed precisely 1 card by round 5. So yeah, I think it's Thopter. Cool. Now we have the spice to use our ring to Mentat, if it's available. And we can take Fremen, which will give us daggers. This combat's not super important, but a High Council seat would be good. Powerful. Armand is a serious threat. His deck is good enough that I don't know that I can beat him if the game goes long enough. He's not going to trash, though. He went to faction twice. And given that we're not going to probably fight this combat a whole lot, maybe we ought to just play the Worm Riders. I mean, nobody's in this combat at all, so, like, why not deploy a troop? The spice is wonderful. Ooh. Okay, Helena. You've got some good stuff going. Still no spy satellites. We could get to 6 if we went to tech negotiation. I don't think that's needed. Interstellar's just better. We don't need spy satellites, that's for sure. Let's just pull out. take the safe bumps first. Besides, it's not like we want to be visiting Emperor. The cards, however, are pretty uninspiring here. I mean, we're not getting the engineer. It's just not happening. Spice Smuggler is interesting. It's just too late in the game for it, I think. We already bought one liaison, so I'm not too keen on a second. I think we just cut by nothing here. Our deck is good. Like, we don't need more liaisons. I can't believe we just got 6 Solari for 1 troop. That's kind of crazy, right? Armand's sitting at 11 spice. Holy moly. This game feels like it's moving pretty fast. Mentat or High Council? The only person that can get to High Council is Armand, and he doesn't have the money. So let's hit Mentat. Okay, it's not really what I wanted to see. Helena is sitting on a lot of troops. All the easy points are gone. Like, okay, I have all the faction friendships, great, but we're gonna... Is this a discard? No. But he is gonna take the alliance. I don't feel like I'm gonna probably fight him on it. We should try to make our alliance the Emperor, if possible. Fremen is a second bet. These other 2 alliances, I don't see a point in it. That would be dangerous if she had it. Let's go High Council so we can have something to trash a selective breeding. And the High Council gives us an avenue to get hard points. We're at 7 points. We don't need that many. Spy satellites. Well, that is dangerous. But did he just instantly trash it? Okay. Okay, he just instantly trashed it. With as much spice as he had, honestly, it's a valid play. Although I wouldn't have done it because, like, there's Nixon Engineer. You might want that point, that tech. I guess he only had 1, so nah. But like, he's getting a point from it. He's getting a point from Guild, so it's unless he has like Sleeper Must Awaken in hand or something, it's not an ideal play for him. But he's at 8 points, so who am I to criticize? Okay. We fall a little bit short of the SMF, unfortunately. But having the dagger gone is nice. We need to worry about Helena having this Guild Accord, I think. What if instead of going to Interstellar, which probably doesn't have that huge of payoff anyway at this point in the game, what if instead we went to a city like Carthage or Siege Tabor with G Manipulation? We're not getting an SMF anyway. I guess if we play G Manipulation, we are trashing a card. We don't need to do that. We should play Reconnaissance instead and get Shai Halud. Tabor is better in general. This pays me a Solari. And an Intrigue, which is quite useful. recruitment mission. Okay, interesting. I'm halfway considering using it to put Shai Hulud on top. Do we want to deploy to this? Like, I mean, there is potentially a 2-point combat next round, right? So, like, maybe we don't want to. But Armand's got 6 spice, so, like, probably not winning that anyway. Might as well get the Mentat while we can. Good lord, Paul. I do love Shai Hulud, and it does help us win the combat. Let's trash the delegate. He's no persuasion. We can get the Solari now. Have double worms next round would be kind of cool. Hey, Chom shares. That's awesome. And the combat's not even that good. We have 9 swords in hand. I think we open with Smuggler's Thopter. Just 1 spice short of Highliner if we do that. Because we didn't go to Siege Tabor. Our whole discard pile is Persuasion, so there's some value here. Ordnance, but she has no High Council. But she's going to get one. Shuttle Fleet's available. And we could get that off of just the spice we get from Imperial Basin. Alternatively, we could use Shai Hulud to crack it for troops. Toss like a dune. But then we have some issues with actually getting the Smuggler Thopter to go off. I prefer the trash. Sacrifice to the worm. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Why did I put 2 in? This is silly. They're going to fight hard for this. Well, I have Worm Riders. I don't know. We'll see. That was probably a mistake, though. Also, it's a 0 persuasion card that we can play, right? The only place we can play the Thopter. Okay, it's 8. You know, we could go like Signet Ring to... Oh, no, we couldn't. Wait, maybe we could. If he doesn't take the Alliance here... Okay, he does. Wow. Alright, Paul. We might have to discard here. To, Reverend Mother. Signet Ring to Shuttle Fleet steals Emperor Alliance. Emperor. We could take BG just for the intrigue. I think I'd rather try to fight on the alliances that hypothetically I could take, though. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not getting an SMF again. Which is a bummer, because if we had it, we'd have the game, probably. Maybe it's dangerous to go up here, because like Armand might just steal this from us. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Maybe Helena wins in the combat. Who knows? Good news is if we play Worm Riders to Carthag, we still get to 6 spice for next round. We have diplomacy. It's a good place to be. Okay, looks like I'm not going to lose this to Armand, which is good. But Helena doesn't have a lot to gain from it, to be honest. She could go up with Emperor, I guess, but she's not going to steal it. Not immediately. Let's do this. Pay ourselves Solari that we don't need. We cannot use this. Actually, we can. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So if we put 3 troops in, that's going to take us up to 10. As is, technically, Allied Armada would win us the combat. Assuming that Helena doesn't have more in her hand, or that Armand can't beat her. I think we ought to try for it. Because that would win us the game this round. Assuming no shenanigans from Paul, of course. Which he doesn't have his Mimic Quarters yet. Test of Humanity is pretty good. Let's just take more Worm Riders. Try to keep winning combats. Balance it out with a liaison for persuasion. We need SMFs. Let's see if she's got the card. No. Bummer. Man, that sucks. Okay, that's probably going to cost us the game. We have a way to get to 10, but these other guys get to 10, then it's like, well, what's the point there? Oops, lol. What does oops, lol mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a little silly. I don't know what we do here, honestly. Like, I don't know that we have a path. But like, we buy an SMF, cool. But what else what else do we do here to win? Really? I mean, our hand's got about as much persuasion as it's gonna get. Someone's gonna win this combat. It's probably not gonna be us, and we're not gonna win. So we could go to secrets and try to do this. The texts don't help. We might be able to steal Fremen if Still Suits doesn't get taken. But that sequence probably cost us an SMF. And Helena just, yeah, prevented that from happening. Signet Ring draws us an intrigue. It's not terrible. Get 2 intrigues at Carthag. Yeah. Worm Riders, okay. That helps. I wish I had it last round, but it helps. Paul just needs 2 more faction bumps for his Mimic Orders. Problem is, we don't really... Holzman. Well, we don't have an SMF. Despite having a pretty decently timed High Council seat. This is 4 daggers. That's 6. Plus 5s. Now we're close. I mean, we had to make sure that the 1 card Helena had in hand wasn't a combat card. I don't know what the odds of that were. Who has the Chimerki? Paul. This is going to be tough. I mean, technically, if Paul's going to win the combat, though, so he's going to go to 11 with Chimerki. So I think that this is totally shot. Like, I don't think there's a way this can happen. We have to basically hope Helena wins the combat. But if Helena wins the combat, she goes 10. More spice than me. I guess if we play Worm Riders, we could try to beat her on Spice Tiebreaker. That's my path, I feel. But if I go Selective Breeding and try to get... Shoot, if I go Selective Breeding and try to get the SMF, I'm just going to lose Spice. So I think the play here is to hope Helena wins the combat. Hope Paul doesn't have useful intrigues. This is a lot of uses of the word hope, right? We could Worm Riders to Siege Tabor and then hit Research Station, assuming that one of these 2 guys doesn't just hit it before us. If we do this, we tie Helena on Spice and we beat her on Solari. If we do... This is the play. Doesn't cost us any persuasion to do it. And we're not winning the combat anyway, so the loss of the daggers doesn't matter. Armand could screw us with the Reverend Mother. That would be interesting, but it wouldn't be good, because, again, that would just basically ensure that he loses to Paul, right? Because then probably Paul wins the combat, wins the game, and... Okay, sure, Helena and Leto can't buy SMFs, but what does that matter? Yeah, that's what I figured he'd do. No problem. Well, let's see here. We probably place in the combat, so we're probably safe to hit Selective Breeding. But why? I mean, what is it going to do for us? Draw the Smuggler's Thopter? Who cares? Although I guess if we draw Shai-Hulud or Worm Riders, we're definitely placing in the combat, and it's better than really like revealing early, I think. Armand's only got 1 card in hand. Yeah, I mean, why not? I guess the reason is we don't have anything to trash. Doesn't really matter at this point. Hell, we can trash our diplomacy. It's our only access to guild if the game goes on longer. Trash our ring. It's more spice, more daggers. There was a possibility that we drew Shai-Hulud and Worm Riders, and that would have been bad, because then we would have lost the SMF. Replace Great Flat, puts more in. That's bad. And Helena has no daggers, so I think that wins him the game. I mean, technically, Helena goes to 24, so she does have more than him, actually, which is a little bit counterintuitive from her ordinance. Game's going to end this round. I got the SMF. If Helena wins, I should beat her on tiebreaker. If Paul wins, well, here. Cannon turrets, let's go. Sorry, Paul. Isn't this the perfect scenario for me? Neither of them winning the combat? Probably. Let's go. Cannon turrets, baby! Cannon turrets. If I didn't have that specific intrigue card, Paul would have won because he had a combat card. Which is lucky for me. However, I should have won in round 7, probably, and got unlucky that Helena had an intrigue card. So it swings both ways. Leto is vanilla Dune Imperium. I've said this before. He's good at it. Siege of Carthag, Chome Shares, Stage Incident, Spice Must Flow, 4 combat, or 4 influence tracks, plus an alliance. Yep, there you go. Just good, clean, fun Dune Imperium. It helps to get lucky with intrigues. It was really good that we got that staged incident. You would say that we got lucky with the Allied Armada, but actually, this kind of just screwed us, right? Like, we paid 2 spice to lose a combat. It wasn't good, and had we held the card, we might have been better off. Of course, we didn't know that Helena had the card, but going for that gamble is kind of what cost us here, actually. Yeah, going to secrets is valuable. It's a good space. I would love to attribute the victory to Shai-Hulud, the Worm of the World, but I don't think that's the MVP card. I think the very simple MVP card was actually Smuggler's Thopter. The Worm Riders giving us spice at the end here didn't matter. We had more points than anybody else, so that didn't come into play. And we didn't really use the daggers, so it's got to be Smuggler's Thopter. This is just kind of Leto's card. Shuttle Fleet was pretty handy. It helped us get that Emperor Alliance. That's all it did, though. It was an expensive way to do that. But that's the nice thing about Leto, is that Leto can pretty much use his ring to pick up any tech that gives a faction bump and go power play a faction. So that is, I think, a contributing factor. And it didn't hurt that we had these extra troops from that alliance that we could use for spice. But at the end of the day, I think it was them all getting stuck in the deck building loop and me focusing on points. I hate to say it because I'm somebody who loves deck building, but points are going to beat deck building 9 times out of 10. Yeah, it's just true. Lemon Tea had something pretty scary, though. He chose not to trigger Reverend Mother very frequently, and I don't know if that was the right decision or not. I feel I don't know. I feel like if I were in Armand's chair, I could have won this game. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his draws were, what his intrigue cards were. You know, hard to say. He built a damn good deck. I don't know. Like, he got Swordmaster too late. He barely trashed anything. He trashed 3 cards total. Like, whoopee, guess what? Like, look at this. Like, you know, I'm Leto, and I've trashed, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. I've trashed, like, double the cards you trashed. So he played reasonably well, but he didn't get the trashing going on. I think he would have been better off if he had done more Mentat than he did. Maybe if he had played Spy Satellites a little bit more, those things could have helped him win. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I'll see you guys later.